63 games at home, unbeaten from 2017 to the year 2020. Last team to beat Liverpool at Anfield, Sam Allardyce's Crystal Palace, still unbeaten. And they didn't look like they were actually going to get beaten yesterday at all. Liverpool played well. Deserved 2-1 win in the end. They fought hard. They created the opportunities, and not a whole lot of opportunities, but they made it happen. They made it happen. Simply put, they made it happen. West Ham, they played well. Maybe you can argue that they deserve something from the game, but look, the way they conceded, maybe you could argue against that as well. We had Pablo Fornal scoring early on in the match. Well set up, I must say, by Joe Gomez. Gomez. Gomez, what's up, Mr. Joe? So inconsistent, man. One game, really good. The next game, you're setting up opposition players. You're putting it on a platter. Good goal by Fornals. Good ball into the box. I think that was by Masuaku. West Ham started well, very well. They've been on a great run, but that run has now come to an end, and it must come to an end sooner rather than later. But you know, they were definitely hampered by the absence of Mikel Antonio, and even without Mikel Antonio, they did play well. They didn't get beaten off the park. It was a 2-1 win. A win is a win, but a 2-1 win. So they should walk away with their heads held high. David Moyes, I think this is 15 or 16 times he has visited Anfield, yet to pick up a single win. Feel bad for Moyes sometimes. But West Ham, man, you should feel proud of yourselves. You did good. You really, really did good. You had Liverpool fans on the edge of their seats thinking that they're going to drop points again. You did good. You did good. So, look, as we all know, West Ham hampered by the injury of Mikel Antonio, but Liverpool hampered by the injuries of Fabinho, Thiago Alcantara, you have Virgil van Dijk, you have Oxlade-Chamberlain out, you got Naby Keita out, and so on and so forth. A lot of players out injured. So Klopp had to make a big call, especially at the back, on who he wanted to start next to Joe Gomez. And to all our surprise, he started Nathaniel Phillips, the 23-year-old Liverpool centre-back who was on loan at Stuttgart for I think a season or two. I didn't even realize he was still at Liverpool. But yeah, he's there. Probably, help out a lot in training. And the time came when Liverpool actually needed his services, and he played well. Let me say that. It was probably a man of the match performance, or close to a man of the match performance by Nat Phillips. But West Ham, man, they were very compact in this game, had bodies behind the ball, set up 5-4-1, and Liverpool found it very, very hard to break down. The front three of Mane, Salah, Firmino, they were starved. They were starved of opportunities, because every time they went up, West Ham just took away the ball or blocked the shot, or Fabianski dealt with it. A few nervy moments for Fabianski, but wasn't costly. Up until the 42nd or around the 40th minute, when Arthur Masuaku was deemed to bring down Mo Salah in the box. Let me say this right now. Mo Salah, Raheem Sterling, all of you guys who go down very easily for some time, absolutely nothing, shame on you. I'm going to say it. And that's why I mentioned Raheem Sterling, so you could know I'm not like pointing out Mo Salah alone. Like, come on. Really? You know what I'm saying? And Masuaku, he didn't even protest. Bro, you hardly did anything. And David Moyes, shared his grievance about that whole incident. That was soft. But Salah, as we all know, stepped up, blasted down the middle, it was 1-1 again. West Ham still look poised to pick up a draw in this game. Still look poised. They look good. Bodies behind the ball, compact. At the back with Ogbonna, Balbuena, Cresswell, you have Masuaku, Kufal. They look good. In the middle with Shusek, Declan Rice. So Declan Rice, I think he gave away too many fouls that almost could have cost West Ham, but didn't. So that's another thing, you know, Liverpool, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Robertson, these guys stepped up, didn't take those free kick chances in dangerous positions. And that's something, you know, you got to point out as well. That's a talking point. But Fornals and Bowen, they worked hard. But I cannot say the same for Haller, Sebastian Haller. If Mikel Antonio was in that West Ham team, it could have been a total different scoreline. Because this guy Haller is so lazy. I don't know what happened to Sebastian Haller and Luka Jovic since they left Frankfurt for big money. They've never been the same players. I know Haller don't get a lot of opportunities, and maybe Jovic doesn't as well. But you got to blame themselves, man. When they get the opportunities, they don't take them. You on the field, you're lazy, bro. You're lazy. But Fabianski, I think, did a good job. You know what I mean? Did a great job as well. And I just actually named out all 11 West Ham players. We also saw Said Benrahma coming off the bench. Very, very good player. Nice to see him in the Premier League. I think Lanzini also came on along with Andrei Yarmolenko. I just named West Ham's 14 players. God damn. You know? But for Liverpool, though, I think Alisson, solid performance again, despite not being, you know, tested quite a lot. Liverpool had most of the ball, around 70-something% of the ball, passed the ball very well. Maybe not penetrative enough through the middle, but, you know, pass the ball from side to side, you know, long diagonals from side to side. They did that well again. West Ham, they actually stopped Trent from crossing the ball in the box very well. They did that efficiently. Hence the reason why Liverpool's front three was starved of service. But at 1-1, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is with this guy Jota. But as soon as this guy touched the field, it's trouble. Trouble. Soon as he touched the field, it's trouble for West Ham. Soon as he touched the field, he came on, scored. Mane, Ogbonna caught in a mix-up there. Jota scored. Goal was disallowed. How you guys feel about that? I think it was the right decision. Mane, foul on Ogbonna. I think that was the ultimate decision made, and not Ogbonna passing, you know, ricocheting the ball to Jota, who was, I think, in an offside position, but they actually reviewed it for the foul from Mane. So Liverpool fans are probably screaming and moaning and like, oh, VAR again. But no. The introduction of Shaqiri in the middle helped basically bring creativity to Liverpool's midfield that we always say has been lacking that creative spark. And with Thiago Alcantara introduced, that seemed to be alleviated a bit, but he's now been injured for a couple games, and it seems like it's back to that. Henderson couldn't really get no out ball, Curtis Jones neither, and neither could Wijnaldum. You know what I mean? So with Shaqiri coming on, very intelligent player. Guys, we haven't even seen the best of Shaqiri in the Premier League because he's always injured. But that was a juicy ball, man. That was a juicy ball to release Jota, who was, you know, intelligent enough to make that run through the legs of Balbuena and into the back of the net past Fabianski. Winning goal. West Ham couldn't pull off what they did against Tottenham Hotspur. After that, they must have been deflated because after working so hard in the game, thinking you're going to get a draw, and then, bam! David Moyes was just about to bring on defensive reinforcements in, what you call it, the right back. And couldn't. He had to then go to his bench for attackers to chase the game. Well played, Klopp. Well played, Liverpool. Well played. Well played. Seriously. Well played. It wasn't a game where Mane, Salah, and Firmino actually thrived in, but still, they found a way to win. They found a way to win. You know what I mean? Nat Phillips, well played. I think the fullbacks did an okay job. Trent Alexander-Arnold still kind of suspect, you know, getting back and everything. I think West Ham represented themselves well, but in the end, Liverpool just was a bit too good for them, you know, towards the end of the game. And we all know that Liverpool are capable of doing that. We all know that. We all know that. They've done it many times in the past, and they're doing it again. So I have a big question for you guys. Big question. Does Diogo Jota deserve a starting place in Liverpool's team after his heroics over the last few weeks? Because this man is just saving Liverpool left, right, and center. Well, they have Roberto Firmino there, just running up and down, looking pretty on the field, stylish and all, and not really scoring. Listen, goals are going to win you games. Goals are going to win you games. Not your reputation. You know what I'm saying? Goals. And Diogo Jota is producing the goods. He's producing the goods while Firmino isn't. You know what I mean? So, Klopp has a headache whether to give Jota. I actually think Liverpool would look a scarier unit right now with Diogo Jota playing through the center, whether you want to call him a false nine or what. But I think he got what it takes. I think he is. I think he is the man. Let Firmino go to the bench and assess himself and come better. Seriously. That's just how I feel about that situation. That's just how I feel. I think I covered almost everything though. I think I did. I mentioned all Liverpool's players as well. Milner did come off the bench. Shaqiri and Jota to great effect. 2-1 Liverpool. They play Atalanta next in the Champions League. Then they play the mighty Manchester City, where they will be truly tested, especially at the back. Let's see if Thiago comes back. Let's see if Matip comes back. But I'm saying, you don't want to bring back those players against Manchester City. They're not like 100%, you know, match fit. You see what I'm saying? You would want to play them when they have a couple matches under their belts, not when they actually coming back from, you know, injury. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to risk that against City. I think Aguero should be back as well. So let's see if we see the players, all those injured players coming back midweek in the Champions League to get them fit for the weekend. Players like Aguero, Matip, Thiago, and so on and so forth. Let's see that. Because it's going to be a hell of a clash, man. November 8th, guys. Mark the date. It's going to be a hell of a clash. And guys, the reason yesterday I didn't drop this video right after the game, I had my son and I couldn't go on for around 15 minutes breaking down the game properly with him there. It's just not possible. That's why I gave you 2 bite-sized video about 2 great talking points from the game. The Nat Phillips, you know, performance and the Diogo Jota performance as well. So I'm actually heading to work right now. I'm almost there. So this is where I gotta leave you. You know I got love for you, right? But I still gotta leave you. You know what I'm saying? I'll be back soon with another banger. If you're new, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Like the video if you like it. Let me know if I miss any major talking points down below. And from your boy Dominic Rich, thanks for watching. Peace out. Rich, score.